Hey guys, Kendra and Shay here. We are your hosts for the Reclaim Explant Embodiment Retreat. And we wanted to share with you one of the most common questions we're getting is, if I explanted over a year ago, is the retreat still going to be beneficial for me? And we wanted to answer this for you.
So I have been working with scars for over a decade now, and scars that have been a few months old all the way to decades and decades and decades old.
Yeah.
And the thing I actually tell a lot of my clients is that the scar is almost like this untapped gold mine, because a lot of people don't know about the importance of scar work. And when you really start working the scar, it can create an incredible healing potential for the physical body, because the scar is really like binded into not only the skin, but the fascia, the ligament, the bone, and not just like the local area, but that's expanding out into a global kind of issue. So that physical benefit is huge. It can help with your digestion. It can help with chronic pain. It can help with mobility. And then when we come into what a scar is actually about, especially when we're talking about explanting, every single scar has a story. And so there's a huge emotional component as well that you will receive benefit from, because when you start working the scar, all of that emotional charge that can get stuck and bound up in the scar starts to actually rise and be able to be worked on. And that's one of the most beautiful parts, and one of my favorite parts about working with scars with women. So whether you've had your scar for a few months or decades, there's a huge benefit to coming and just exploring that benefit in your own body and in your own mind. And the amount of different techniques that we will be doing are very vast and dynamic and very unique, stuff that you have probably never seen before, because this is something that I've kind of developed over the past decade of my work in a clinical practice.
I love it. So the answer is yes. And basically, it's almost like the longer you've had the scar, the longer you've gone through from explanting. So if it was over a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, the longer that time was, the importance almost becomes greater for this retreat. Not just even for the scar work, but there's so much stuff emotionally and mentally that it's just a natural, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like a defense mechanism in the body, right? Where we suppress and we block out things that have happened to us that are intense, are traumatic, they're painful, they're hard to deal with. And so no matter when you have explanted, not just with the scars, but emotionally and mentally, there's so much work that we are going to be journeying through all together throughout this week to bring us through this restorative state, to be coming into like rejuvenation of yourself, and ending off the week really feeling like you're realigning with you in totality. And we want all the women to be leaving that week really feeling like they've stepped back into their power and feeling this embodiment that is empowering. So the answer is yes. So whether it's been 3 months, a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, this retreat has been curated for you. And we would love for you to join. You can go to our website, explantretreat.com. Make sure you follow us on Instagram as well. And we would love to connect with you if you have questions. We also have a discovery call link in our bio. So make sure you click on that if you have questions that you would like to discuss first before committing. Kendra and I are totally available to meet with you. So we look forward to it.